Hey y'all, this is your girl. Okay, I'm coming with the people versus OJ Simpson. Yes, I know this is probably the most serious show I've ever reviewed, but I mean, I was into it. Damn, I forgot to find y'all the damn show. Cause it's not on the website that I used to go to. Um, damn. You know what? If y'all want to find out where the show is at, go to twitter.com. Go to Jazz Chapman. That's my Twitter. And when I find it, I will post it on there for y'all. I will post the link for y'all. Okay? So I'm sorry about that. I cannot post it on YouTube because you can get in trouble for that shit. And they'll try to take it down. So I'm gonna try to hook y'all up with this because I mean it was good. It might just be on fx.com. But it was good. Disclaimer, okay? No, I was around when all this shit happened, but I was a freaking toddler. Like, I was 4 and 5 years old when all this stuff happened. So it's just interesting. I've heard all this, the jokes. OJ did it. I know supposedly he killed his wife. Well, really, she was his ex-wife, but Nicole Simpson. And I didn't really know all the details. I knew Johnny Cochran. Always knew Johnny Cochran was the one that got him off. If the glove doesn't fit, something about that, you must have quit. So I did know some stuff, but I didn't know all this, in depth stuff. I wasn't watching this on TV. I'm sure it was on TV when I was around. I just wasn't paying no attention. So, yeah, I'm into it. But, yeah, I don't think it'll be as many jokes as I usually tell. I will say FX, Ryan Murphy. I see what the hell y'all did. See, I done did a little research, right? They put this out on the 2nd, February 2nd. That was also the day that Nicole and OJ got married. Y'all funny. Okay. Anyways, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get to it, and I already wasted enough time. Um, Basically, it starts off with OJ. He's walking down his driveway. He's looking like overwhelmed. And then, he gets in, smiles at the car, it's his car service or whatever. And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I stared at you. But I just, I never had to drive a celebrity before." And then he's like, "Okay, I remember when I drove my first celebrity." So he acting cool, right? So then they cut to the next scene where it's this guy walking his dog, and he sees another dog just barking, looking across, just barking and barking. And he goes up to the dog and he's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And then he sees blood on the dog paws, and he's like, "What happened? Did you cut yourself?" Like the dog was gonna answer. Anyways, I ain't gonna get into that. So he ends up going across the street to the house the dog was barking at, and he goes to the gate. As he's walking up, he sees trails of blood, and then at the gate, okay, is Nicole, like legs sticking out and everything. She's deceased, of course. She's been stabbed all the way up. So now it's the cops. They found out it's Nicole and some guy that works at, his name is Ronald Goldman. No disrespect, but this younger guy that works at some restaurant that he was supposedly bringing her mother's glasses back. Okay, so it was a little more than he was bringing her mother's glasses back from the restaurant that he worked at. And so they go into the house, and the kids are in the bed sleep. Really, really. The kids are upstairs in the bed sleep. They go into the bathroom. The bathroom look like it got warm water in there, candles all around, right? Candles all around on some romantic type shit. And I said, "Oh, okay. This makes sense to me because I had to tell y'all I watched it I watched it the day after the show. I could have watched it that night, but I had attitude. I watched it the day afterwards, right? And I was going in and out, so I only saw some of it, and I wasn't seeing the whole thing. So I just went back with even with the little bit that I saw. I was into it, so I just went back and watched the whole episode, and it's making sense to me now. Like, oh, okay, it makes sense why he would go kill his ex-wife. He saw them in there, and he freaking lost it. Now I'm gonna say this. A lot of people say OJ did it. You might call me Uncle Tom, sell out, whatever. Okay. With me knowing, only hearing a few things that he used to beat her, and there are police reports, and he was the celebrity, this charming celebrity that everyone loved, white and black. Okay. And I'm not sure everyone loved him, but majority. Okay. Because he's this big celebrity. I feel like he did it. Just off the fact that he used to beat her. And there are police reports that saying he used to beat her. Beating somebody and going to kill him is not that far away from each other. That it's a thin line. It's crazy, man. That's what I think. I think maybe he got hit in the head. I don't know about, I went around for his football career. Hell, he actually older than a couple of my grandparents. So, I mean, I feel like maybe he got hit in the head too much or something like that. Something ain't right with him. Okay, I feel like it's some mental shit going on right there. So, anyways, let me get back onto the story. Um, so right away they knew that it was Nicole Simpson, and they're looking for OJ. They go to OJ's house, and nobody's answering. They're knocking. They jump the gate. They knocking. Nobody's answering. They go around to, I guess, the guest house, and it's this white guy with long blonde hair opens the door, and they're like, "Where's OJ?" He's like, "Huh? Huh?" And he's like out of it, and they're like, "Sir, are you on something?" And he's like, "He isn't in the house." And they're like, no, where's OJ? We want to see him." "Well, I don't know. You need to go ask his daughter Arnell. She should be in the house." So then that's when they call OJ. They find out that OJ is in Chicago. And they call OJ to tell him that Nicole was killed. Nah, he was like, "Oh my gosh, Nicole was killed. Oh my gosh, is she dead?" And I'm like, they just said killed mean dead. But anyways, I'ma, let that go. So then they hang up with him, and the detective is like, he didn't ask how she died. Well, I mean, you did just say she was killed. I mean, I can't really go in on him on that one. So, anyways, so, oh, I forgot to mention, before they even got up to the gate, they could see all the cars from the driveway, and they're like, "Well, somebody's got to be home." They see the white Bronco out on the street, right? They're looking at it. It's like this red spot on the door, and they're like, "You know what? Come over and see what's going on." And then they're like taking their flashlights, looking inside the Bronco, and it looks like blood spots so they already got their suspicions. So, while some of the detectives are on the phone calling OJ, there's other detectives walking around looking, because the guy, whoever this guy is, I have no idea who he is, that lives there, the blonde guy. He's like, "Well, I've heard something with my air conditioning, and was it an earthquake, and He takes him over to show, where the noise is coming from. Then they find the glove. Okay. So they're like, this is already a crime scene. So anyways, they show the prosecutor, Marcia Clark, and they're asking her advice. And she's like, well, who was OJ? And they're like, the Hall of Famer, the guy that got 2,000 yards. They're like so starstruck over OJ. And she was like, nope, nope, nope. It was like the actor that was in Top Gun, like, what's the Top Gun? One of the movies they said. And she's like, I still don't know. The guy that's on all the commercials. Oh, okay, I know who he is. And then, she's like, well, it sounds like to me, because they end up telling him that he has been arrested or got charges of beating her and basically playing no contest back in 89. And she's like, well, it sounds like to me you got your suspect. So I'm just telling you. So anyways, OJ goes back to the house, right? And, come back from Chicago. It's all the media outside. They're like going crazy. And he's looking, and then it's Robert Kardashian outside also. And he sees them pull up, and he's like, OJ, it's me, your friend. And OJ's like, oh, shit. And they pull up, and the cops are in the yard, and they're like, Mr. Simpson, we need to talk to you. Let's get away from these cameras. So they take him to the back. Meanwhile, the camera show that this camera guy that looks, and he see that going to the back. So he go run through the bushes to the back to get a damn camera view of them in the back. So I mean, that shit should be illegal. I mean, but he got it on tape anyways. So excuse me. So they go back there, and he's like, what's going on? And they put him in handcuffs, and he's like, is this really necessary? And they was like, no, it wasn't. We were supposed to just ask you questions. We weren't supposed to put you in handcuffs. And his lawyer runs back there. His name is Howard. And he was like, OJ, you don't have to answer any questions. You don't have to do anything. And OJ was like, you're wrong. Because if I don't answer any questions, I'm going to look suspicious. So the detective is looking at him like, okay. And then he looks down, and he sees that OJ finger is cut up. It's bandaged up. And I mentioned the glove, right? Okay, the glove supposedly had blood on it. You get it? Okay. So anyways, where was I at? So now he's in the house, and they're watching this on the news. He's got all his family around, his young kids that were Nicole's kids too. They run in, and he's pissed off because they keep showing him on camera with the cuffs on. He's like, that's 5 seconds. How they gonna try to play the Jews? And I'm like, this man is so into himself. It's ridiculous. So anyways, Robert tells him, he believes him. And I believe his daughter was like, Robert, aren't you an attorney? Because Howard was missing at the time, okay? While all this shit is happening. And Robert was like, yeah, I used to be an attorney, but I wasn't doing criminal. And then, they basically asked Robert to become an attorney. So, his attorney. So, he cool with it. He down for whatever OJ down for. So, Robert is asking him, like, where's your attorney? Who let you talk to the media? Why were you alone? He's asking him all these questions. OJ like, you know what? These are good questions. So, we're going to see with that. It looks like Howard is going to get fired. Okay. Marcia As for Marsha, she's, Marsha don't give a fuck about him being a celebrity. She don't even really know who the hell he is. She gets information that he has been beating Nicole for several years, and then back in '89, he had been basically charged or arrested 8 times. She's like, well, the damn system failed Nicole. He got away with beating her. He's not gonna get away with killing her. So, um, she's, she gets this information while she's talking to them. They show her the pictures of the crime scene, and she's like speechless. And apparently, Nicole and Ronald were stabbed up. So they were stabbed up so bad that it was almost like they were decapitated. Like, almost chopped their damn head off. Come on. So, anyways, so now she's passionate about it. She wants to get him done. Okay, and now we're gonna go to Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran is he's a big shot lawyer. Um, right now he's trying to um represent some family, a young lady, a mother of three, I believe. She got shot by the police, and police said that they were doing it to protect themselves, or she was threatening them somehow, but she got shot in the back 9 times. Okay. So, truth be told, I'm liking Johnny Cochran on this show. He's a big shot, but to me, he a realist. So, Johnny Cochran is basically, he's not dealing anything with the OJ case. He's getting ready to do some type of trial. I mean, not trial, interview, and his makeup artist is talking to him about the OJ case, and he was like, yeah, I wouldn't get into it because I do winning cases, and that one is a loser. And I'm like, damn. You have no faith in it, huh? So, and then it shows, I believe this is his assistant. Um, I thought I wasn't going to talk about this, but whoever this guy is, his assistant, his protege, works at the office. It seems like him and Johnny don't mix. Johnny is for racial injustice, trying to get justice for that, and the guy is more of a, how can I say, he don't have the same beliefs. Basically, they're not on the same page. And Johnny, it kind of seems like he don't respect him. He tells him, look, we need more black men trying to do right in this world. He was like, I'm so glad to hear you say that. And then he tries to hand Johnny something. Johnny walks out, and the guy basically feels unappreciated. And so later on, we come find out he switched on to the other side. And I don't know too much about it, but I will be finding out in these 10 episodes, huh? So, anyways, what else is going on? They show the funeral. Kris Kardashian. Well, I guess she was Kris Jenner back then. Cause she had already married Bruce. She's at the funeral. They getting ready for Nicole's funeral. She's sitting there talking to her friend, Faye, and she's like, "Do you think he did it?" And her friend was like, "Come on, did you used to see her face all the time? I just wish we would have did something to help her." And she was like, "I had no, she didn't know anything about Nicole being beaten. She feels bad that she never paid attention." And then Robert walks in, and she's like, "Oh, there go your ex." And he goes ahead and he give Chris some warmth. And then after that, OJ walks in, and people are looking at him like, that dog. I can't believe he would show up. And then he goes to the casket and he kisses her. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say on that. I'm gonna just move past that. Anyways, so Robert Shapiro, he has been called. This is the character played by I can't even think of his name, John Travolta. And because basically OJ need more help. He need more representation on his side since Howard basically ain't doing shit, and Robert has never been a criminal lawyer before. So they call him, asking for his help. He took OJ, talked to him. Sure, I will help you. I'm there for you. And then he excuses Robert, and he asked Robert. I mean not Robert. He asked OJ. With every client, I like to ask them something, but it's completely against me and the client. I don't judge. This is, it's not gonna come out. I just want to know, OJ, did you do it? And OJ looks at him and was like, no, I didn't. And you could tell by looking on his face, he don't believe a damn thing coming out of his mouth. So then, Shapiro and Kardashian, they take OJ to this lie detector to go get him checked out. And he's in there, and he nervous as hell. And he felt every damn question that they asked. After they came out, the guy was like, he has a negative 24. And Robert was like, what does that mean? And Shapiro was like, that mean he flopped. He did the worst he could do. So I'm like, okay, so he got his name wrong too. Y'all gonna have to let him slide on that. So anyways, then after that, after the funeral, OJ is staying at Robert's house, and Shapiro gets a phone call from the detectives saying that we got a warrant out for OJ. We're gonna come and get him, and it's with special causes. So basically, OJ ain't getting no damn bond. So he tells them, okay, well, it's 8:30 now. Why don't you come at like 12? And the guy's like, why the hell do you need 3.5 hours to drive from Brentwood? And he's like, all right, I'll give you 11 to 11. Y'all know this is privilege, right? This ain't nothing because nothing but privilege for being a celebrity, a big time celebrity. They just playing way too much. So Shapiro goes over to Kardashian's house, and he wakes up OJ, and OJ like, what's going on? He was like, you need to get up. We're gonna have to take you. We're gonna have to take you in. They're trying to charge you. OJ's like, what's going on? No, man, this is crazy. So next thing you know, Shapiro got all these physicians testing him for all kind of stuff, basically trying to see if and psychologists trying to see if they can get mental illness on him. So he's like, this the best thing that money could buy for this case, case things go wrong. So after that, detectives call him like, oh, okay, they already screwing us. It's 11:05. Nobody's out here. We done been way more than nice. And so they call. He's like, I'm so sorry. We're just running a little late. And he's like, oh, well, are you in the car? Well, excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. And he's like, well, no, we're not in the car, but we're on the way. We're gonna leave soon. He's taking a shower, cleaning up, getting ready. He's just really taking his time. And he was like, don't fuck us, Shapiro. Okay, we done been way more than nice. We're gonna have to come and get him. And he's like, no, there's no need. Okay, we're coming. And he's like, oh, okay, well, because I got press coming at 12. So he's like, I really need you to be here. So anyways, next it shows OJ's in the room. He's writing a bunch of wills. He's writing his will and a bunch of letters. Saying that he wants Carter Browns, he wants, I guess, the aunts or whatever to take custody of his kids. This is a letter to mama. This is, this is a letter to my kids. And Robert is like, what, a will? A will, OJ? What are you trying to do? You can't do this, OJ. And then OJ pulls out a gun. He's like, no, you can't do this. You just don't do it. And next thing you know, he ends up in Kim's room. I forgot to mention, y'all, OJ was when Shapiro went and woke him up. OJ was in Kim's room after Robert just told him, oh, well, he's up there asleep. He's really, he's sedated. He's really messed up after the funeral. And then you go up there and he in the bed with, I get his chick. Why the hell would you let him do all that in your daughter's bed? Anyways, so he goes in Kim's room and he's trying to kill himself with the gun. And Robert's like, no, not in Kimmy's room. Come on, this is my daughter's room. Don't do this. So then you hear a knock at the door. And he tells him, he's like, okay, we'll just stay here. Telling his girlfriend to stay here with him. And he goes down there and it's AC. Now, somebody tell me who the hell AC is. I don't know. I tried to see what I could find on AC. I don't know if that's his manager. I see it's not his brother or anything. Who the hell is AC? AC is played by Malcolm Jamal Warner. So he runs back telling him, AC's here, OJ, don't do it. So then, next thing you know, Shapiro gets another call by a detective saying, we're coming to get him. He's like, okay, well, that's fine. Come and get him. So detectives come and he tells Robert to go get OJ. And then Robert comes back like, he's not in there. And he's like, what? He's not there? Well, let's go find him. So they run off. They searching all around the house. Then Robert goes back in Kim's room. And his girlfriend is like, he left. He just left out. And then, so Robert walks out. Shapiro and the detective walk out. And he looks and he's like, the Broncos not there anymore. So OJ's on the run. So that was all for this episode. Yeah, I was into it. Yeah, this was long. Okay, all of these reviews just might be long to this show. But thanks for watching, y'all. Yeah, check out Twitter or Instagram to see if I can find the link. If I can't find it, I'll just put on there, sorry, I can't find the link. Twitter is Jazz Chapman, Jaz Chapman. Y'all see it down on my YouTube. And then Instagram is Jazz_Chapman. So thanks for watching. Take care, y'all. Peace.